Welcome to Grace and Glam, and this is Devjani, and today I'm going to talk about a topic which needs no special mention because this is a topic which needs special attention, and yes, it's about alcoholism and intoxication. Now, alcohol and substance abuse, as the topic name, the topic suggests, are two problems that are incredibly common among all age groups and people from all backgrounds, both on their own and in combination with one another. Alcoholism is a problem that leads to around 88,000 deaths on its own every year. Imagine 88,000 deaths. And when I talk about this figure, 88,000, it doesn't even take into account the deaths resulting from a combination of alcohol as well as substance abuse. Now, people who struggle with alcohol abuse or addiction frequently, now they are and other substances as well, which may include prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, or even illicit street drugs. They have a very negative impact on their health and or probably on society at large. When multiple substances are combined, it amplifies the risk of adverse side effects as well as overdose, and even causes death in serious situations. Now, alcohol and substance abuse that occur together are often referred to as polydrug abuse or polysubstance abuse, and anyone who engages himself in mixing of both alcohol as well as substance abuse regularly is called as or referred as chronic polysubstance abuse. Now let's talk about the drugs. Now, what are the drugs commonly taken with alcohol? The drugs commonly taken with alcohol are marijuana, cocaine, and heroin. Now, what are the reasons that lead people to take these drugs or get into polydrug abuse or polysubstance abuse? Now, it's might be like something which starts with intention, because that is something people want to try to get heightened pleasure or heightened experience, probably some kind of kick that they are not actually getting from the regular kind of addiction that they are into. And people also fall prey to this kind of addiction because at a state of depression, when they are really depressed and they are trying to seek refuge in a sedative, or they're looking for a sedative, so they start taking this kind of drugs and they get into the hang of this kind of addiction. However, now these are neither sedatives nor medicines or drugs or these are actually very dangerous substances, right? Because what happens exactly, what are the consequences when we are mixing an alcohol with a substance? For example, mixing a cocaine, which is a stimulant, with alcohol, which is a depressant. Now, it can create really very bad effects, and it can result into heart disease, heart-related disease. It can result into nervous disorder. It could result into anxiety, sleeplessness, and it can also cause respiratory problems. So there are innumerable problems which are created because of these things. And now let's talk about the changes in the behavior of the addicts. Now, how can we identify whether a person is under the influence of these drugs or probably a polysubstance abuse? So there are certain changes in the behavior pattern of the addicts. One can identify people who struggle with alcohol and substance abuse. Generally, they start having financial problems because of keeping up because of the cost of keeping up with this addiction is very high, and gradually they also start withdrawing themselves from their friends, from their families, from their colleagues. They simply can't focus on their relationships, neither can they actually keep up to their work commitments. They may even start hanging out with different group of people, a different bunch of people, could be also antisocial elements. They certainly become deceptive and secretive. They also display certain changes, like certain drastic changes in their behavior, like they start showing mood swings. They display even different sleeping patterns, that means sleeping for longer periods of time, display periods of euphoria, and even they can display nervous breakdown, because which are the severe cases of polydrug abuse. Now let's talk about the treatment. Yes, it is not uncommon for alcohol and substance abuse to exist together. However, it is very, very dangerous, and it requires quick action. Okay, hence it's very important to identify the signs and take care of your loved ones and get them proper help. So try to contact a treatment center, polysubstance treatment center, because which is specialized in this kind of treatment, because there are so many treatment options available. And of course, a lot of things can be done and a lot of improvements can be brought. We can bring a lot of improvements by being persistent and having a good willpower. And this is my humble request to all the people listening to me, and all the youngsters or all the people listening to me. Please stay away from these kind of habits or this kind of addictions. It is really, really dangerous, and it is not at all good for you, your family, or your society. And please, we have one beautiful life, and that is the biggest gift that we have been endowed with, and let's make the best out of it. Let's not waste it. Enjoy your life to the fullest. Do not destroy it. Okay, so on this note, I will take your leave and meet you another day. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead. Take care.